The Krillian arena had seen many spectacles in its 300-year history, but never had the crowd fallen so silent. In the center of the blood-stained sand stood the Devourer of Worlds, a creature so massive that its shoulder reached the first tier of spectator seats. Its obsidian hide rippled with bioluminescent scars from countless battles, each mark a testament to its refusal to bow before any sentient being in the galaxy. Ambassador Vextar of the Hegemony Council watched, from his luxury box, his scaled fingers drumming against the reinforced viewing glass. For 5 standard years, the most powerful civilizations had sent their finest beast tamers to claim this prize. The Zephyrian mind melders had failed. The crystalline overlords with their telepathic dominance couldn't break it. Even the ancient Vorthok, who had enslaved entire species through genetic manipulation, had watched their champion get torn apart by those terrible claws. The beast stood 18 feet tall, with 6 powerful limbs ending in razor-sharp talons that could slice through starship hull plating. Its 3 heads moved independently, each housing a brain capable of tactical analysis that had outsmarted military generals. Bioengineered by a long-dead civilization as the ultimate weapon, it had broken free from its creators and rampaged across 17 star systems before being captured. Now it was a symbol. Whoever could tame the Devourer would demonstrate their species' worthiness to lead the Galactic Coalition. The reward was more than just prestige. It was dominion over the known galaxy's trade routes, military assets, and colonial expansion rights. Next challenger, announced the arena's AI in Buri, its synthetic voice that echoed through the massive stadium. Vextar leaned forward as a small figure emerged from the challenger's gate. The being barely reached 5.5 feet in height with only 2 arms and legs, a primitive bipedal form. Its skin was a pale pink-brown and thin fur covered, only the top of its head. No visible weapons, no armor, no technological enhancements. "What species is this?" Vextar hissed to his aide. "Human, sir. From a backwater system called Sol. They've only achieved faster-than-light travel within the last century." Laughter rippled through the crowd. Some spectators had traveled from distant galaxies to witness this contest, and they had expected, at least a show. This looked like a massacre waiting to happen. The human walked calmly across the sand, stopping about 20 feet from the beast. Dr. Sarah Chen had volunteered for this mission against Earth's government's wishes. She wasn't a warrior or a diplomat. She was a veterinarian who specialized in animal behavior. Her colleagues thought she was insane. Her government thought she was throwing away humanity's first chance at galactic recognition. But Sarah had studied the footage of every previous attempt. She had seen the Krillian generals try to intimidate the beast into submission. She had watched the ethereal collective attempt to overwhelm it with psychic force. She had observed the mechanical nexus core try to reprogram its neural pathways. They had all made the same mistake. The Devourer's 3 heads focused on her, 6 eyes like burning coals examining this tiny interloper. Its nostrils flared, analyzing her scent. 1 head tilted in what might have been curiosity or hunger. Sarah reached slowly into her pocket and pulled out a small device. The crowd tensed, expecting some sort of weapon. Instead, she pressed a button, and a holographic display materialized in the air between her and the beast. The projection showed another creature, smaller, with 4 legs and a tail, covered in golden fur. It was running through a field, tongue lolling out in obvious joy. The Devourer's heads moved closer to the projection, eyes widening. "I know what you are," Sarah said quietly, her voice somehow carrying clearly through the arena's acoustics. "You're not a weapon. You're not a monster. You're Pack." She changed the projection. Now it showed the same golden creature sitting obediently beside a human child, receiving gentle pets and treats. The beast's massive form shifted, and for the first time in 5 years, it made a sound that wasn't a roar or a snarl. It was a low, mournful whine. "They tried to make you into something you're not," Sarah continued, taking a step closer. "They punished you for having instincts. They rewarded you for violence, but that's not what pack animals do, is it? The devourer of worlds, the terror of 17 star systems, the unbridled force that had resisted every attempt at domination, lowered its 3 heads slightly. Sarah reached into her other pocket and pulled out something impossible, a simple leather ball, the kind used to play fetch with Earth dogs. She held it up where all three heads could see it. "You want to be good," she said. "You want to belong. You want someone to trust you." The crowd was dead silent. Vextar found himself holding his breath. Sarah tossed the ball gently toward the beast. It landed at its feet with a soft thud. "Sit," she said. The word hung in the air like a prayer. For a heartbeat, nothing happened. Then slowly, the massive creature lowered its haunches to the ground. All three heads looked up at Sarah with an expression no one in the arena had ever seen before. Hope. The silence stretched for another moment before Sarah smiled and said the words that would echo through galactic history. "Good boy." As she walked forward to scratch behind one of the massive heads, Ambassador Vextar realized that humanity hadn't just won the right to lead the coalition through strength or cunning. They had won it through understanding that sometimes the most powerful force in the universe wasn't domination, it was compassion.